Hey everybody, my name is Charlie, and this is A Hero's Rest. It's a brand new game that just came out on early access on Steam today as of recording, so yesterday when you guys see this. Think of this like any other type of RPG you've ever played in medieval times where you've got adventurers that are out with their swords and shields. Think of Skyrim or games in that genre, right? But instead of being the hero, you're in charge of a brand new town that needs to have the various shops and services that heroes and other regular visitors would like to come and go to. You have a king, which has granted you some plots of land that you're able to develop. You have to pay taxes for each one that you develop. And heroes will come by and, you'll either meet their demands or you won't. And they'll start working for you and you can put out the quests. We, in this game, are the quest givers. So that's kind of an interesting little area, and I want to go ahead and explore that. So we're going to hit new game. Also, it's under development, so everything you see, blah, 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 subject to change. So we can start with a various different difficulty. Default is actually relaxing. You can go challenging or hardcore. I think I'm going to go challenging. I don't know if it's going to maybe slow things down, but I hope I can make good decisions that won't. We have a variety of different maps, including a new beginning, mountain pass, hanging gardens, or random. Mountain pass sounds cool. I haven't seen it yet. I did do the tutorial in the new beginning, so that was cool. And for the town name, you know what? I'm not really sure what I'm going to call it. So for now, I'm just going to call it Charlestown, because I know that's really original. I've been doing a lot with Fedora lately, so I'd rather not do that. Or we could... I'm not going to name it after my puppers. It's fine. We'll just go Charlestown for now. That's okay with me. And we'll hit start, and we're going to select a slot, and off we go. So this game actually goes in a little bit of a different direction than I thought it did, and I kind of like where it's headed. After doing the tutorial, I kind of like where it's headed. So this is a preview of our map area that we're going to be having to deal with. There's a lot of these flat plots that we're going to be able to develop and work with. And it's not just one, it's all of them. We can develop all of them, taking into account the various different shops that we can set up that are on theme for heroes and those who take quests and beyond. So let's go ahead and get started. We have a letter from Mr. George. This guy's basically a steward to the king, and he's like, hey, by the way, the king wanted your old man to do this, but he's too lazy, so we're gonna have you do it instead. This is the tutorial. I'm gonna go ahead and say I got this, and we're gonna get started. Now, important to note here, the game does not have pause. It was always running, but you can slow it down. So in this case, it's day one, and the time is going at, half speed. If you want to see the time, and I actually prefer it like this instead, we're gonna go to settings, scroll down to show time and resource bar, and hit go. And that is now going to show us what time it is instead, so I can actually see how fast the time is accelerating. If we ever want to know what day it is, you just hover it, and it'll show you what day it is. At the top of the screen, we have our amount of money that we're going to start with, which is 30,000. It's not that much. We have some food reserves that we start out with. We have some herbs. We have wood. In this case, birch, but there's lots of different types of wood we can build with. We have jute, which is a type of, yarn kind of thing, for making clothing, right? Tailoring. We have leather and a variety of different types of leathers we can get to as well. And then finally, we have bronze, which is how we're going to start with our metalworking. All right, so I'll go through the other stuff as we go, but first we have to pick a plot. And remember, there's no pause. Now, I like this really cool tree I'm seeing. This tree looks pretty nice. This place seems like it's... Let's get to the top of the hill here. There's a waterfall up here. Oh, man. What if we put our inn up here? What if we put our inn? You have to start with an inn. And I'm thinking I put it right at the top of the hill. My only concern is all the heroes are going to have to go to the top of the hill. So only the strong survive? Is that what we're going to do? I think so. Only the strong survive. So the first plot, we can choose which one we want to work with. I'm kind of digging this one too. But I'm going to go to the very top of the hill. I think that's what we'd want to have, So if a hero gets injured, he's going to have to climb the mountain in order to get healed. Okay, yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to hit go. This is our first plot, okay? Now we're going to start with construction, and we're kind of free to do it however we want, but there are some limitations. I want a really classy place. Personally, that's what I'd like to have. And I'm not entirely sure how far I'd like to go with that. So let's say we go this far from here. And we could also go, I guess, one more, but I'm not sure how far back I should go here. Let's start with our flooring being here. And we'll say there. Come back like this. We'll make like... yeah, this will be fine. And then I'm going to do an indented section here and here. And then I'm going to switch it up and do a stone tile floor here and here. And this is going to be how I start. And actually, you know, I might want to go back here too, but I'll show you what I'm going to do there later. And then in the front, I'm actually going to add this stone tile 1, 2, possibly 3. Maybe I should go all the way over this far instead. No, we should probably be fine here with this. All right, we're gonna have the floors be laid out like this. Okay, now this is costing me money, so we don't want to go too big on the buildings, but it's nice to have something classy. So these walls cost 75. This one costs 100. Okay, so this is expensive. These ones here are 75. So we can kind of do this medieval frame stuff. Oh, it looks like they're all the same price. Okay, all the walls and stuff are the same price, so it doesn't really matter which one we choose. All right, so let's try this stone wall here. I think we're gonna take this frame. To be honest, I'm not sure which side is supposed to be the outside, so I'll say that side's the outside. Okay. Then we're gonna go with windows here and here, and probably I think a regular wall here because I got plans for this area. So we'll go a wall there. Then we can do another window here. Really open it up like that, you know? And then we'll do flat walls here, 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 and then also we're gonna cut up a little bit like that. And then we'll have another one that goes like that, and then finally there, and maybe one more window on this side like so. So that'll be our initial little inn that we're gonna start with. Now on this side, we're gonna have the door face this direction. Yep. And then what I want in this side here is a very small area so far, but it might get bigger as we go. But for now, this is just gonna be a storage room. Okay. So we got a little area cut out there. All right. So the last thing we need to do for construction is actually assign doors. We got the doorways, but we don't have doors. I want pretty strong doors. So we're gonna put in a, this is a lavish wooden door. I think I want the reinforced one, but I don't really want like a wooden door here for this. It doesn't look, it's not going to match. So I'm going to actually take the refined birch door. Maybe not, because it doesn't actually say that it's a great way to secure your buildings. Reinforced door is a great way to secure your buildings. It just doesn't look good. I'm going to do this refined birch door instead. Got that door there and this door here. Okay, so that's the building for the innkeeper. So the last thing we want to do is we want to go to workstations. And you can only have one primary workstation per plot. So every plot, you don't mix and match functionality. So you're not going to have like a blacksmith outside the inn, etc. Right? All this stuff has individual purpose. So this inn, we're going to have the innkeeper's desk here, and placing this is free. We're going to go ahead and rotate it. And I'm going to set it right back in here like this. So our innkeeper, I could also bias it a little bit this direction just so I can maybe add decorations on that side. I kind of want it to be centered though. It would look better centered. We're going to put it there. But the innkeeper, they're going to be here, okay? Now, we also have some requirements we have to fulfill. So we need one oven, we need a stockpile, and we need a quest board. All right, so the oven, brick oven, is mostly just fancy because it's going to look good, I guess. And we're going to make it like a nice little nook, I guess, over here. So there's our oven. We can cook with that. I suppose if I wanted to have this, I could put it over here instead. That would be another way to do it. But I have some plans for how I want this laid out. We're going to also want a stockpile, and this is going to just provide stock capacity for this building. So we're going to place that here. All right, the last thing we need to do is we need to get a quest board. Now, unfortunately, the quest board is not available right away. Where is it? Right here. It's not available right away. It is locked. We have to have any other workstation. All right. And the innkeeper's desk doesn't count here, I guess. So what we're going to set up next is a blacksmith. All right. So to do that, we're going to need to buy another plot. And it looks like the one right next to us is very expensive. The one just down the hill here, though, seems more affordable. So let's go ahead and get this plot. I like it. And same thing, we want to design another building. So we're going to go to construction, and let's do the stone tile floor here. And we don't really need a very large building here. So I think I'm just going to go back in like this. Not really sure how I want to lay this out. Let's maybe we'll put it in about like this big. We could call this a day. Maybe this is all the only big or the only size we need here. Let's try this. And for the blacksmith, I'm gonna go a little more rustic. I think I've decided to go a little bit more rustic here. So we'll put a door, let's say in the middle, or yeah, I think maybe we still put it in the middle. Yeah, we'll put it there as in the middle. And then we'll flip this over, put a window there, and let's put a window there. That's nice. On this side, we'll go ahead and make it solid. On the back side here, also solid, and like this. And you know what? I don't know if we're gonna have a particular stock room for this building, but we'll see. We'll go ahead and make it kind of like this for now. And actually, we're gonna want another door here. Yeah, this is better to have another door here, and you'll see why. All right, so next we're gonna say we want a wooden door, and we're actually gonna want reinforced doors on both sides here. So we'll go 1 and 2. 2 reinforced doors. Next, we're gonna want to go ahead and get the workstation for this. Now, we can get a vendor counter, which is what's gonna be responsible for selling merchandise. It looks like I can actually fit it right back in here, which is a little bit absurd, to be honest. I don't think I should be able to place it there, but I'm gonna place it over here instead. The original plan anyway. And there's a vendor. Now we don't have a purpose for this building yet. So to designate what this building is for, we need the other workstation. And that's where we choose one of these. We can do a tailor station to make this a tailor. We can choose a blacksmith forge to make it a blacksmith, a tanner, woodworker, etc. And in our case, I'm gonna go ahead and do the blacksmith forge. The forge goes outside, which is why I got this other door here. And the forge goes outside, and I'm gonna place it, I think maybe in the back like this. All right, just like that. The last thing to do then, we just need a stock room. And we don't really need a room, we just need a stockpile. So for now, I'm just gonna put the stockpile over here. And we can do something different with that later. Okay, we have a blacksmith, all right? We got all these different things. Final thing, let's go back to the inn. Now that we've done the blacksmith, we can now do the quest board. So I'm gonna go back to the construction. Nope. I'm gonna go back to the workstation, and the quest board is now available. I'm gonna put that right here. All right, adventurers are welcome to take on quests at our new inn. Oh, won't it be exciting? Now, we're going to obviously have to decorate this and make it look really good, and that does matter because our ratings will depend on it. Take a look at the Innkeeper's tab here. We have a 1 star out of 5 star for shop quality here. And we can improve this with decorations, as you can see, but also just general progression will make it more attractive. There's a reputation system in the game that allows more adventurers with deeper pockets and also higher and more strength to come and visit us as our reputation grows. So we want our reputation to go up and higher. For the time being, let's set up the basic needs for the inn. And again, this is not paused. People are making their way here now, I'm sure. So let's go ahead and make sure we have something when they get here. So we need to basically create various different tiers of products to sell at every single location that we set up. For the inn, we're we're going to have quests, which we're going to set up soon, but also we're going to want to have food items. And just like any other RPG, the food items have actual restorative benefits. So in this case, the item effects for this is just juice, 5% HP restore and 10% MP restore, right? Magic points, hit points, whatever you want to call that, right? Mana points. So variety of different heroes need a variety of different needs. We need to make sure that we're stocked and ready to go. It is going to cost us resources to create these items, and we sell this for a variety of different prices, basically. It says recipe cost is 18, so I'm going to say that we're going to want, let's say, make 2 of these regular juices. We can add certain things in here to up the chance that have a higher quality. So if I add fresh ingredients, for example, it would raise the price of it, but it's more likely to be a good quality. So let's just say we want 3 of these. All right, so we went ahead and crafted some juices. We have 3 normal quality juices out of this. Okay, so we're gonna go to the apples, and I'm gonna say fresh ingredients here, Goo. Let's see what we do. All right, 3 normal quality apples as well. Let's go ahead and take fresh ingredients off and maybe go 5 here. All right, so you can see what happens there. We have 2 normal ones, but also 3 of them ended up being bad apples. So we'll sell bad apples too. Doesn't exactly help our reputation. We have fruit cakes. We can add extra toppings to those, maybe some seasoning, and we'll see what that gets us. All right, so we just got an excellent fruit cake, which is very, very small chance of that happening. I think you could see it down in here when this window goes away. It's 1%. And then we have a good one here too, which is fantastic. So 5% chance to get excellent. In fact, I'm feeling lucky. I'm gonna do that again. All right, so this time we got a normal one and a bad one, actually. That can happen as well. Finally, I'm gonna go to the ice cream. And again, these things have different restorative benefits. 15% HP, 10% MP. This one focuses more on HP. The apple focuses more on HP as well. The juice is more on MP. The ice cream kind of, they're gonna buy a variety of different goods, okay? So you wanna have a variety to offer them. Now, my inventory is full. I already made all the things I can make, so I won't be able to make anything else in here. But if they're gonna buy these things, they're gonna want places to sit. Ooh, we got a storm, hang on. A storm is forming and visitors won't be able to reach the town during its duration. Yikes. Okay, also the weapon masters arrived. Oh, hang on, the weapon master's here. All right, hold on, we need the weapon masters. Let's come down to, they're usually near the blacksmith. Also, there's some items here we're gonna grab. We'll gather all of those too, but I'm kind of waiting on that to explain the rest of the game as I go. Where is Mr. Weapons Master? He's got to be near the blacksmith somewhere. Here he is. All right, so Weapons Master is here. He set up shop nearby the blacksmith, and we're gonna train classes. Now, the first class is free, but every class we set up after that is gonna cost us money as well as tokens. And these tokens, we can only earn them by progressing through the game and earning higher reputation. So the first class I'm gonna set up is a one-handed sword class. I think that's a pretty good one to set up. And I'm gonna focus on the strength attribute so that heroes generate a small amount of money for me per day. Pick a badge for this. This one seems fine. And the class name is gonna be One-Handed Heroes. There's just one-handed hero. Come one, come all, come and become a one-handed hero. All right, so what this guy's gonna do, he's gonna put the call out there. He's gonna say, all wannabe heroes, come on over here. I will train you in the art of one-handed combat. And they need to be trained for this before they can actually go on an adventure with these types of items. What types of items? Well, swords, basically one-handed swords. So that's what our blacksmith is for. And you saw me just click this rock over here. That got me one bronze. And there's actually a lot more resources around the map that you can get for free without having to buy them. So what you're looking for, I thought I saw one over here earlier. Wow, that weather, man. It was down here. So these like dead looking trees, you can scavenge these for free wood. Very nice. There's also these little mushroom looking things right here. You can scavenge those for some more food items, right? And there's a bunch of them on the map. You just have to look. You just got to keep your eyes open and maybe, look through the lightning storm. to get in here. Now, the thunderstorm is actually a good opportunity to get this stuff because, you know, there's not going to be a whole lot of adventurers coming to your shop when there's a storm, and so this gives you time to like look around the map and find these various little bits and pieces here. But ultimately, what we're going to be looking for, I'm actually looking for more iron. I guess it's called bronze. I was looking for more bronze. I've never seen this map yet, so there's some more wood. And I don't see any more bronze. There has to be more. There's usually at least like 5 or 6. Well, I can't say usually. I only saw the beginner map, so maybe there isn't in this map. But I figure like the mountain would have more bronze. You know, like more mineable resources than this. But it's okay. I don't need to keep looking. If I see them, then I'll go ahead and tap it. And there is a little achievement that will pop up once I've seen every item. My God, this is actually pretty. The God rays. All right, so I'm not going to see that. So what I want to do now is we're going to use the resources we have. We have 20 wood and 11 bronze. Let's go over here. Just like the inn crafts food, the blacksmith is going to craft weapons. We're going to choose a category for the weapon. In this case, we want a one-handed sword, right? Now it's going to go through the various different things here. I'm going to walk through it anyway. So we can see this, goodbye. Okay, so we can choose what kind of weapon we want to work with here. We have the guard, the hilt, blade, etc. And this is just for customization. If we want to tweak exactly what this looks like, right? We can zoom in on it. If we want to tweak exactly what this looks like, the type of guard we use, the color of that, the different accents that go with that, we can swap to the hilt, we can switch to that. If we want to do that, we absolutely can get right into it and make this exactly how we want, okay? There's lots of different varieties of blades even. Or we can go up to here and just randomize, and it will just kick out a bunch of random stuff, okay? Which I kind of like that. I'm not really going to be interested in naming things yet because my skill is very low anyway, and it's not like I'm going to have like legendary swords right now. So we're just going to give this sort of the random over here. It's going to take us 2 bits of bronze and 1 wood to craft this sword. And this is the crafting cost is 234. So let's go ahead and build this. And Consecrated Saber of Bliss ends up being uncommon. That's good. The higher the quality we get, the more we can sell it for. And also the more desirable it is for heroes coming to shop there. So we can go ahead and do this again. Sentinel's Saber of Bliss, Echoing Sword of Gork. Okay. The Echoing Sword of Gork is broken, unfortunately. Or Gore, sorry. Yeah, Echoing Sword of Gore is broke. All it has is an echo. So that one was a bust. You can bust. And it sucks when you do. There's a rare sword. And you can see, just like any other RPG you'd normally play, these swords have traits. +4 health, +3 intelligence, etc. So heroes who are interested in those types of traits will be willing to spend more to get them. We're going to build like a couple more blades here. The massive Sword of Performance. +11 strength is huge, actually. That's pretty good. The Vicious One-Handed of Terror. That one's broken, unfortunately. Well, it got terrified. Sharp Blade of Speed. Let's go ahead and see what that is. Oh, not enough resources. So I'm out of bronze now, okay? That's okay. I wanted to get out of bronze. So if I take a look at the shopkeep now, we go over to our weapons and our blacksmith. We're going to see that these are the weapons we have. Now, we can throw these away, but we still get to sell them. Even though they're broken items, we can still sell them. And if there's a hero that's probably just starting out, he's young, he doesn't have a whole lot of money, he might buy the broken sword. It might happen. So we're going to leave it there for now, and at least until we get a trader showing up on the map, because the trader will buy this from us. And so we will sell it to him if none of our heroes buy it. But we have 2 rare quality swords here and an uncommon from our first batch. I think that's pretty good. So Weapon Master's now leaving the area, and they did manage to train 1 hero before they left. This is Aaronwen. Go ahead and take a look at Aaronwen here. Follow Aaronwen. So Aaronwen is our first hero. Now what we can do is we can see a little bit of details. Now it's not really like any notable, heroes are going to come and go, but this is the first person who has come up here and is like, I am going to be someone. And so let's take a look at their stats really quick. They have 81 HP, 121 MP. They're not at full health or anything yet. No experience. And then they have this thing here. It says CR9. This is their challenge rating. This is the readiness of this hero's ability to undertake quests. When we make quests, we want to make sure that the rating is right around where these heroes are and what they're looking for. If heroes take quests that have a challenge rating higher than what they have, they're more likely to get hurt. If they take one that's way lower than what they have, it'll be too easy for them. They'll do it very quickly, but they won't really get a whole lot of experience for it. So heroes will try to take quests that are around their abilities. So we want to offer a variety if we can. In the beginning, though, there's no sense in variety. She's just walking up the hill. You got to walk to the top of the hill to get to this inn, man. Like, you can't, there's no baby steps here. And if you get wounded, you're gonna have to, trudge your way up the mountain to get to this inn. It's kind of nuts. I am gonna go around and find all these resources and stuff too. I see a fishing pole over here. Let's go get some fish. I don't see any more bronze. I would like more bronze so I can make more swords, but the 5 swords we have is still fine for now. So I think what I want to do now is want to craft a quest. So we need stuff, okay? This is why I said we are the quest givers now, right? So what we're looking to do here is we don't go out and get our own stuff. I mean, you can find it around the map and stuff like I've been clicking, but ultimately the food, herbs, wood, the different types of yarn, whatever, leather, our bronze, our iron, whatever it is, we don't go out and get that ourselves. We can post quests that tell adventurers, hey, we need this. Go out and get this for us and we'll pay you. Okay? And this is great for their experience. And you can sometimes get these items cheaper than just buying them from the trader by doing this. Most of the time you can. So completion reward, this is what we're looking to get out of it, what we are looking to get out of it. The heroes, they just want money, right? But what we're looking to get out of it is here. We have cloth, food, herbs, leather, metal, and wood. I'm gonna go metal here because I want more bronze. And currently the way the quest is set up, it's just a scavenging quest. Go out in the woods, find me some, bring it back. Very easy. The optimal CR for this is 7 to 10. So anyone that's coming within that rating is properly fit. Like the CR9, be probably fit for that. It's a gathering quest. We can name that quest. I'm not going to bother with that unless it's something, notable. But we can also have slay quests. Now, slaying quests tend to be a little bit more dangerous. They tend to be a little bit more rewarding as well. And so we can also say, go out and slay some goblins, all right? And if you're really sneaky with it, it'll be a little bit less risky. Or you can be really like gung-ho and go do it, and it will be, a bit more dangerous for you. This is between 11 and 16. It's a little bit not quite where we want yet. So I'm going to go with gathering really quick. And I want to say that I actually want you to go farming and mining for the metals. Now, if I bring it down to sneak here, it'll be 9 to 13. That's fine. So we have one hero that's within the optimal range for this quest. And we're going to get between 1 and 3 metals when we go out and do this. And this is the kind of quest we want. I'm actually going to do this twice. So we're going to go out and get that. So I've made 2 quests now at the inn that is going to be able, like, heroes are going to be able to accept this and go out and do it. And then they can bring me back that item, okay? We're going to do the same thing for food because we're going to need a bunch of that. I might actually go, I can't do treasure hunt because that's too dangerous. But farming and mining for food is fine over here. And we're going to get between 6 to 12 reward for this. Now, if I do this to 10, we can see that the number of heroes below the optimal range, but it's only barely above their optimal range. So if she has 9 and she takes one that's 10 to 14, that will be challenging for her. But she could still potentially do it. So this is our hero's average is 9. So I'm going to bring this down, have her be a little bit more sneaky. It'll bring her within the range. She should be, more better, if you will, on that. And we're going to go ahead and just hit that. So I've added some quests to the quest board. And also heroes are going to accumulate 10 gold for me because of how I train them for strength. So they're going to be making me more money ongoing too. So it looks to me like that's our only hero for now, unfortunately. But if we take a look at the quest board, come down here like this, these are the 4 gathering quests to get us metal and to get us food. And that's it for now, although I would like a lot more metal. But I'm going to go out and try to find the metal on the map here real quick, actually. We can take a look at our station details here of the innkeeper, Teddy here. And we can see their lifetime profits and stuff too, which right now is pretty abysmal. How much food do we have right now? So I made a bunch of this stuff just so, you know, we could sell it. And look at that excellent fruitcake selling for 112. That's quite a bit of, that's quite a bit. Let me see what a normal fruitcake costs. If I go like this and I just make like a couple of regular old fruitcakes. These are both bad. I want regular ones, please. No? Okay, well, we have bad fruitcakes then. Trader just arrived. Good. So I wanted to take a look at really quick at what that is. I don't see the bad fruitcake. Oh, next. Here it is. So normal fruitcake is 67. So the excellent one is selling for twice. Very good. And then the bad ones just sell for 57. So under the price, right? Which isn't good. You don't want the bad ones. You want obviously everything that to be really good, because then you can sell it for a profit instead of selling it for a small loss. So this notification here says the trader has arrived and will be setting up shop soon. This is a fantastic opportunity for us to take advantage of his wares and also take advantage of a guaranteed buyer for our items. So we're going to want to find more bronze so that I can make it, because he's setting up shop in the same place that the weapons guy did. His name is Sam O'Bottom, but we're just going to call him Sam the Trader. And he's got some stuff, so he won't stay long. Here we go. Right here, right there. Got some bronze right there. That's 3 more. Come on, there's got to be some more around here somewhere. There's some food. There's some bronze right there. Awesome. There's some bronze. Oh, man, now we're finding it. I just needed the storm to go away. Now we're getting lots of bronze. Good. So we can use this, like I said, to make weapons. And now we have a guaranteed buyer for those weapons. So we're going to want to make those right now if we can. And then we're going to save the ones for our heroes and sell all the other ones. So whatever ones we end up not having a good time with here, we're going to want to sell those. Let's go into crafting really quick. And we're just going to choose one-handed sword. I'm going to go ahead and randomize again. And we'll go ahead and say go. Saber of readiness. Nice. Now you can also do multiples at once. If I want to do 2, for example, I can just go ahead and do 2, and it'll just do it. There's the broken one, and an epic sword, the Sword of Luck. Wow, that's a great sword. The Sword of Luck. I do like the sound of that. Looks like we're out of resources. Nope. We do one more. So Saber of Terror also got terrified again. So, okay, so. Decent there. We got an epic sword. That's fantastic. That's exactly what we want, because it'll give our heroes confidence as well as make them more capable. We're going to go into trader, and we're going to find all the broken swords, and we're going to sell this trader all the broken swords. It's a guaranteed sell. Get rid of them like that. So that makes us money. So now we're only selling the 2 uncommons, the rare, and the epic. Now over on this side, we can now sell the bad apples and the bad fruitcake. We can sell all that stuff too. So we don't sell bad stuff because it hurts our reputation. So now what we can do is we can use some of that money to buy extra resources if we want to. So if I want some more metal, for example, or some bronze, I can buy a little bit more from him. It is 122 each, so it's very expensive to buy this, and I'd rather not do that if I can avoid it. And I actually think I can avoid it right now. Maybe I go 2 more bronze just so I can make 2 more swords, and that's it. And the more you buy, of course, the more expensive it gets. If you have excess of a certain item, a certain resource, you can also sell it to him. And then if you have those tickets, or whatever they're called, tokens, gain royal tokens, you can purchase resource chests with the tokens. We don't have those, so we're not going to do those. So guaranteed buyer for our swords. Fantastic. And I'm actually going to make 2 more swords while he's here. I think that's a good idea. Because if they get broken, we still get the experience for it, right? We're gaining experience for this, and I like that idea. So let's craft 2 more swords. All right, broken, and uncommon. That's fine. Okay, so we've got enough stuff to sell to satisfy the needs of wandering adventurers, and so now we're just going to go back to the trader really quick before he leaves. I'm going to sell him that broken sword. You give me 326 for that, so I can technically buy 2 more and still profit. So I think that's actually is worth it. So he gave me 326 for a broken sword. So granted, he didn't pay me back for the wood that it cost me, but it only cost me 1 wood. So let's go in one more time, and we'll try 1 more sword and see what we get. All right, normal sword, that's fine. It's good to have a variety of stuff because not every trainer, not every hero can afford the really good stuff. And so you want to have a bunch of stuff that sort of meets the variety of needs and a variety of budgets. And so I like the idea that we have, you know, a variety of offerings for him now, for these guys. Okay, let's go back to our inn. And the trader's going to leave now. And last thing is, heroes accumulated 10 extra gold. Now, we got to get more gold than that. And that's in order to do that, we just have to get more heroes. And really, that just takes time and also reputation. So let's go ahead and decorate our inn here and get our reputation up and make this a more attractive place to come. We're going to say that I want on the exterior, I'm going to put one of these lampposts in. Oh, I can't afford it. Oh, because I don't have the iron. Right. These things also take resources, not just money. All right, so I'm going to get some more money there. Let's get some more wood. These resources on the map, by the way, they do grow back over time. They do come back. It just takes a while. So if you can stomach the time and you can find them afterwards, then you can you get the resources back. It just takes a long time for them to spawn again. Let me search around, see if I can find any other items on the map, especially bronze. I want to find more bronze. And if I can find more bronze, I'll go ahead and get it, and then I'll be right back. All right, so I didn't find any more stuff, but I wanted to come on back anyway because we just got 2 more heroes added to our roster. So 2 more heroes from afar heard about us, and they decided to come on into town, and we can now reference them. So let me just take a look at the quest really quick. I'm going to put out some more quests here for metal. Farming and mining is fine. And you can see that we actually have a couple of heroes that are within this 10 to 14 range. That seems cool. If we go slay, we actually have one that's within the 11 to 16 range, which is great. And I could make this even more, outlandish. But there's no reason to because this is going to get me 3 to 5 bronze, and that's what I want. So we're going to say slay goblins for metal in the woods. 11 to 16 is the optimal. And hopefully the one that is more optimal for this will get it. So we're going to make this quest. I want to check out my heroes too. So we've got an adventurer here with a CR of 12, and he currently has the Saintly Short Sword of Honor, which is a rare one. Okay, we crafted that. And then this guy's got a 9, and this guy's got a 10. Now they might go up once they buy a sword, right? Their capabilities, this guy's up because he's got a sword. These two don't have anything. So once they get themselves armed, they might be more capable, and then they might be able to take those more difficult quests, which is what I'm counting on. So I still have these outstanding quests here for metal, and I'm hoping that they bring those back. So let's let the time run a little bit faster. Also, I might need to make more food. We are making money on that, but not much. For the quest, in case you're wondering, it says owed payouts here. So when a hero accepts a quest, they take some of the money, and then 15% of it, right, is taken when I post the quest. And then when the hero returns with the goods, then they get paid the rest. Might do like another... let me actually get... The next thing I'm going to want is probably the Apothecary, if that's how you say it. So I'm actually going to put out an herbs quest as well here. And maybe it's a slay. I don't know. These are worth a lot if they can do them, but this is a little bit strong for others. So let's just stick to gathering for now. Yeah, like this. And then we'll say that we want... Is there anything that's going to get me more than just 1 to 3? Doesn't look like it. So we'll keep this one safe, I guess. 1 to 3. And get me some herbs, too. Now, as they take quests, as our heroes take quests, they'll also earn experience. And so we'll probably see that reflected once they get back. When they're on an adventure, we can't see them yet. We can see perfectly matched to the quest that they're on. And currently, they're trying to get us the food. So that's the one that they accepted. They have a success chance of nearly 80%. And their gear quality is considered 14 right now. But again, our heroes here are going to want to get items. They're going to want to get, weapons and stuff, swords, etc. So what we want to do, maybe not have this be slow speed. What we want to do, right, is make sure that we have them armed. So hopefully they come over here to the blacksmith and they buy a sword. That's the idea. We want them to come over here and buy a sword here from here. Now, not everybody walking around is a hero. Some of them are just visitors. This is just a regular old visitor. And they're just going to walk up to the inn and they're going to, go buy food, right? This guy, he's a one-handed hero. I want these guys to be able to eat their food in the inn. I'm hoping that I have enough resources for this now, maybe for a wooden table. Let's go interior, and the wooden table will work. So we're going to get a table and set that up right here. And I think I want 2 of them, maybe like this. I'm also going to put one outside, and maybe 2 outside. Will you fit here, I wonder? Chair, yep, there and there, yep. All right, so I kind of made a bit of a noob move here. Real amateur hour, man. My son came downstairs with his friends. They asked me a couple of questions and stuff and was talking to me, and I muted my microphone to talk to them. And it kind of got me distracted enough to where I started picking up right where I left off to keep recording this. And I was going to cut, but I never unmuted the mic. So the rest of this video is completely muted. So you get to deal with me now, I guess, after the fact. Basically, I'm looking to establish a place where visitors and heroes can come and sit in some of the tables and eat their food there. It's a better experience. It'll help my rating. I'm also doing some decoration stuff with like some stone out in the front. All these things actually do play a part, and it's very minor, but it does make a difference in your overall rating for your establishment. And that rating, it translates into higher reputation as you play throughout the game. So while there is aesthetic benefits to placing this stuff down, there's also actual numbers in-game benefits to doing it as well. Also going to make a bunch more food, just to make sure that we can sell it to people. I do like how different types of food items will grant benefits to HP or MP, depending on what they are. And regular visitors and stuff will also come in and buy them as well. I'm not really a big fan of how variable this stuff is. I mean, you can put a whole lot of money into something to really make it very good and ends up being bad anyway. I do wish that the chances for success were a bit more representative of the price that I was putting into this stuff. And I also kind of wish the margins on these things were a little bit better. You could easily spend 150, 160 gold to make something that sells for 190. That's not really a whole lot of profit there, especially when you're considering that if it goes bad and it's not, normal quality or lower even, now you're going to sell it at a loss. So there's a lot of that happening, especially when we get to the next stage here, which is the Apothecary. I think I'm saying that right. I have a really hard time with that word for some reason. The Apothecary. Anyway, this is a new plot that I decided to buy. It's on the other side of the mountain canyon area here. I just basically chose one of the cheapest lots that they had because heroes are going to start expecting to be able to buy potions and stuff. Is one thing we all know is when you go on an adventure, when you're going on to a quest, you played Skyrim, right? You go out to a quest, you got to bring potions with you. It's essential, man. Not just your sword, but also potions as well. And potions are actually quite expensive to produce, and potions are really hard to make a profit on. Also in this game, you could easily spend 600 to 800 gold on a single potion and have it just be a normal quality, not even bad, and you end up losing like 500 gold on that because it's only going to sell for like 280. So I don't like the balance that they have with various different things. I think the best way to make money in this game is honestly not to worry about whether or not it's excellent quality, but just to really reduce your costs of production. Because, and we'll see this more later on, as I've already recorded episode 2 as of voicing this. You just have a hard time really making a profit on things that you sell to heroes. Where the profit really comes in, and we'll get into this more at the beginning of episode 3, is catering certain workstations inside your buildings to sell them to visitors. You can get a lot of good money that way, and to start snowballing your operations in each one of these plots so that they produce their own raw inputs as opposed to you having to find them and buy them. So we don't want to necessarily rely on quests to bring us all of our raw goods, which is what I'm going to be doing in the first 2 videos. We want to be reinvesting our findings, reinvesting what we have into our own businesses so that they can become a little bit more self-sufficient. And ultimately, we'll end up doing that eventually. So this is the Apothecary. It's going to make potions. We just basically can use the herbs that we have to create them. And then the heroes will come over here, grab a potion before they go off on a quest. And hopefully we'll make a little bit of money on that. But some of these potions are pretty good. They'll give them a faster speed at completing the task, which is always great. And they'll give them a higher chance of success. There's things that will just increase their luck. There's all sorts of different things that these potions can do. And depending on how high of quality they are and whether you're lucky in producing them, they can be quite effective at doing what they're supposed to do. So also, as you progress through the game, there are these various different milestones then you can hit. And these milestones, when you get them, they'll grant you other various items that you can't get any other way. Some of these are upgrade stones, and I tried out these upgrade stones on some of the swords that we produced at the blacksmith. And it's kind of interesting. You'll take something that's rare, and if you are successful with that upgrade, it goes to epic. And if you're going to epic, I tried to use it on the epic a couple of times, and we managed to get a legendary sword out of this. And so you can see the various different stats that go with a legendary sword. The higher the grade of these weapons and what you're seeing here, the more attributes that these things have, and ultimately the more you can sell them for. Although again, the cost, the price that you can sell them for is really not as proportionate to the quality as I would imagine it would be. Like, for example, a legendary is only a little bit more money than an epic, and an epic is only a little bit more money than a rare. So it's kind of, I wish there was maybe a bigger gap in that for sell price, but ultimately it's been pretty cool to see like all the different elements of the game starting to come together. So anyway, this has been a Hero's Rest. I've had a good time with it. I hope you guys have too. I hope you'll hit the like button down below if you can. And if you want to be a hero, you want to get yourself named in the game, just leave me a comment down below and I'll just keep referencing that and trying to add people as we go. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.